Good morning. The time is probably now about 10 to 6. We woke up at 5:30 this morning and it is the Sunday the 15th of July. Yeah, slept really well, feel really rested. Not surprisingly not as sore as I thought I would be given the all the climbing yesterday, so that's a good bonus. Today we're going to be ascending over 2 passes before going down to camp in our camp at Winnewana. So I will let you go now. We're about to go and have breakfast in the tent up there, and I will catch up with you once we're on the trail. Bye! Okay, welcome back guys. We've just arrived at the ruins of Runkurukai. As you can see, it's a circular shape. Runkurukai basically means basket shape or egg shape. Can't see it from here, but I will take a picture a bit further up towards the pass that way, where you'll be able to see. Let's have a look at the views over the valley. Absolutely amazing. Just to give you an idea of the sort of terrain we're covering, that there is a Dead Woman's Pass. We came all the way down, somewhere down there, all the way down to the bottom to Pacamayo there, and we've come all the way up here. And then, as you saw, that's where the next pass is where we're going, all somewhere way up there. Absolutely amazing. Good start to the day. Catch up with you in a bit. Bye. Just a bit of information about this particular site. Runkurukai, experts believe, was used as a tambo, so like a resting place for the Incans on the way to the Machu Picchu, and also because it's got this stunning view over the valley, it might well have also acted as a sort of control checkpoint for those that are travelling to Machu Picchu. We'll see what else Javier tells us, and then I will update you if there's anything else. Alright, catch up with you in a bit. So here you can see a nice aerial shot of Runkurukai. You can see why the name means basket or egg-shaped. The lower square structure you might have seen was a food house, a storage house for food. Xavier was saying that back in Incan times, the Shashkis, or runners, they were trained to be messengers, and they were trained to run roughly 20 kilometres or so. So 20 kilometres on, probably that way, there will be another site like this, and basically their writing system was the Kipu, which you may have seen when we did Pachacamac earlier. The knotted system, the knots on the rope. And the idea was that the runner would run from the previous one to this one. He would then pass it on to the next runner, who would then run on to Machu Picchu. And then the runner that had arrived here would stay here, waiting for the response, and then it was like a sort of relay system. Alright, I'll catch up with you when we get up to the top, up to the pass. See you later. Bye! Okay, nearly at the pass guys. I reckon that's it up there. Just up because there's a really stinky smell, and I think it's that. There's a pool there. It's probably stagnant water, so doesn't smell very nice, but it's impressive to see that there's pools of water up here, and just wants more of the spectacular scenery. Alright, catch up with you in a bit. Bye! So, as you can see by the post here, we've now arrived at Runkurukai Pass, the second highest point on the trail, at roughly 3,950 metres. It's also the highest point of today. Here's the rest of the group. Oh, we made it. See you in a bit. It's coming over the other side of the pass. This is the scenery. Absolutely stunning. Here comes the last bit members of the group. Hey! Okay, so now we get our first view of the next Incan ruin. This is Sayak Maka, which means inaccessible town. Apparently the views from out there in the ruins is fantastic, but you will see that in a bit, and I will catch up with you in a bit when we arrive. See you in a bit. Bye! Here we have the Incan site of Contramaka. The guide, it's right, you can go John, Martin. The Incan guide was telling me that the place named Mushroom Places, possibly used as a resting place in the food storehouse and the kitchen for those on the way to Machu Picchu, and also for those that were staying up here in Sayak Maka. I'll catch up with you in a bit. quick, the closer shot to Contramarca, and up on the top there you can see Silent Marker. That's where we've just come from, and the path just continues on gently. Right, catch up with you in a bit, bye. Okay, so here we are. We've now come into a sort of a cloud forest type vegetation, and this is actually part of the Amazon basin, so technically we are walking through the outer fringes of the Amazon rainforest. And as you can see, lots of different types of plants. And here comes Fiona, quickly catching up, and there's Amanda behind her. I'll catch up with you in a bit, bye. So here we are at the first of two Incan tunnels that the Incas basically, just as you can see, carved straight out of the mountainside. That's very steep as well, so I'm going to take it slowly, and then the trail goes off over there and round to the pass, and then after lunch we'll come across the second tunnel. Right, catch up with you in a bit, bye. So just come down the stairs, and this is the Incan tunnel. It's a bit of an uneven ground, but we'll get there. Okay, we've now arrived at a high point, and if I zoom in over here, you have, just slightly obscured by the clouds, you have the second highest mountain in the Andes, which is called Salcantay. There is another trek called Salcantay Trek, and then just to the right of it, just about here in the middle of the screen, you can't actually see it because it's obscured by cloud, but you can see the start part of the slope. That's its sister mountain called Umantay, and they're both tall mountains. And here we are looking into the Urubamba Valley, and then over this way we have another valley which is called the Iobamba Valley. So we're actually like on a ridge in between the two, and we're heading off this way towards the pass. Catch up with you in a bit, bye. Right, we've made it to the third pass, Fuyu Patamarca Pass. It's the third and final one on the Inca Trail. And I'm just looking down into the Urubamba Valley, and right down there you can see the town of Aguas Calientes, where we will be tomorrow once we've been to Machu Picchu. I'm going to go and have lunch now, and then carry on down. Alright, see you in a bit, bye! Just a quick panorama of where we are. Okay. Josh.
Oh, no, you won't go yet.
Oh, beautiful. So we've arrived at Fuyu Patamarca, which means cloud level town. And I've just noticed an original still working Incan drainage system. Amazing. And we're going to go up there and we're going to have a history lesson. Right, catch up with you in a bit. Bye. Javier, the guide, was just saying that this was an astronomical place. Up here where the smooth stone is, the paler stone was an observatory, and apparently when it's clear night you can see the Milky Way, you know, going straight over the top. We're going to now head slowly down to this Incan site, which is called Intipata. Right, catch up with you in a bit. Bye. Okay guys, here we are at the start of what's affectionately called the Gringo Killer, me being a classical gringo. It's a series of about 2,000 steps all the way down past Intipata to Winawena. It's going to be tough on the knees, but let's give it a go. See you in a bit. Bye. Just to get an idea of the kind of steepness we're dealing with, here are the stairs where we're going, and then these, I kid you not, are the steps up. As you can see, very, very, very steep, and we're heading off that way towards Intipata. Right, catch you up in a bit. Bye. So guys, we've just come down from Fuyu Patamarca Pass, somewhere up there. For those that are seeing this that I think of doing the trail, once you get to this point near the electric pylon that you can see just there, you will have a choice to go left or right. Left, which is this path here, goes up to another Incan site called Intipata. You can just see it through the trees. Or you have the chance to go right and go down the hill, and this leads to the third night's campsite of Winawena. In our case, we're going to go left because we're going to go and check out the site. Alright, catch up with you in a bit. Bye. Okay guys, we've just arrived at our third Incan site of the day, Intipata. The name basically Inti means sun, Pata means terraces or levels, so sun terraces. If I zoom in as well, that you can see right here, that's our campsite for tonight. That's Winnewana. That's going to be where we're camping tonight, and then we're going to be getting up early to go over there somewhere on the other side of that mountain to Machu Picchu. There is actually some ruins at Winnewana, but because the sun is rapidly setting, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to see them by the time I get to camp. If not, here's a picture. Okay, so we're just going to have a break now and then start heading down to that campsite. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Bye. While we're looking at Winnewana, you can actually see part of a trail going off here. This is a different Inca Trail, but as you can see, it literally is just hugging the side of the mountain. And that's the kind of thing we've been walking along and on for the last 4 days. I'll catch up with you in a bit. We're down here. This site is called Tarantoi, which is a farming terrace used for obviously food sources for Machu Picchu residents, as well as this site in Tibet. That was also farming terraces and food storage houses down here just below us. Somewhere along there is the train line. There is a train going along. You might be able to hear it, just a few honks and stuff. Alright, catch up with you in a bit. There's the train. Here's another look at Intipata in the setting sun. We came from all the way up the top there, all the way down these stairs and down to here. And I felt every single one of them. Oh, right, onwards to camp. Catch up with you in a bit. Bye. Okay, welcome back guys. We arrived to Winnewana campsite about an hour ago. As you can see, all the tents are set up now in a nice long row. We're going to have dinner in a sec and then probably hit the sack straight after that. Alright, so I will sign off now for the Sunday the 15th of July, and I will see you tomorrow bright and early at 3:30 for the trek to Machu Picchu. See you later. Bye.